everybody. My name is Mackenzie Victory, and today I will be talking about the Chinese government, their parties, elections, electorate, and executive branch. China was first discovered in 1049 BC, but it hadn't officially become a country until 1949. China is successful in many different categories, such as economics, education, international exports, and more. China is a democratic, unitarian, Marxist country, also known as a socialist country. There are 9 different political parties in China, the largest and most popular of which is the Chinese Communist Party, also known as the CCP. Experts would describe it to be socialism with Chinese aspects. It was first founded in 1921 by Chen Duxiu and Li Dazhao and has over 96 million members and over 2,200 chairs in Congress. The party relies heavily on Chinese nationalism and socialist patriotism. Their slogan is to serve the people, and they claim to have brought freedom and democracy to the people of China, but some would argue that it actually established a totalitarian state throughout the country and is ruining people's democracies. Although China is still a socialist and communist country, they rely heavily on capitalism in order to be successful, which the Chinese Communist Party works with. It was first inspired by the Russian Revolution, which then created the Chinese Communist Revolution. And the party relies on 3 pillars: control of personnel, propaganda, and the People's Liberation Army. The party also relies on the writings of Karl Marx, a well-known socialist who had written the Communist Manifesto. The next 8 parties are all similar to the Chinese Communist Party. They are all described to be socialism with Chinese aspects, and some of which even are socialism with overseas aspects. They all have under 300,000 members, some of which have under 3,000 members, and all of these parties deal with different issues, such as the economy, foreign affairs, national spending, and more. They collectively hold less than 1/3 of congressional seats, and these parties are the China Democratic League, the Jusan Party, the China Zhejiang Party, the China National Democratic Construction Association, the China Association for Promoting Democracy, the Taiwan Democratic Self-Government League, the Revolutionary Committee of Chinese Kuomintang. Congressional elections in China are held for all matters of governors, mayors, and the heads of counties, districts, townships, and towns. Candidates are voted for by citizens submitting a ballot, and this ballot is then given to the election committee, which has a series of tasks to do with said ballots, such as collecting them, tallying them, publishing the set of nominees with details of them, and preparing for the election. They prepare for elections by gathering at least twice the amount of candidates than there will be elected, and the winning candidate must obtain a majority vote. This is very different from America because majority votes aren't needed for somebody to win an election due to the Electoral College. Elections in the local government are different, however. Township governments and elected officials are considered candidates by direct nomination and formal elections. Village chiefs are the lowest level of government currently, as there are less than 2,000 votes for every election. Elections are once every 3 years, and you must be 18 years or older to participate in the vote or to be elected as a chief. Village chiefs are very comparable to U.S. senators and district representatives, as they have very similar tasks to take care of. The electorate in China is also very similar to America's. There are very little limitations for voters. You have to be over 18 years old, and there's no limitations on ethnicity, race, sex, occupation, family, religion, education, or length of residency. And you're only allowed to vote in every election once. Again, very similar to how America's electorate is. The executive branch in China is also similar to America's, but not entirely. They do have a presidency like we have, and currently Xi Jinping is the current president. He's not very liked, though. He's reelected due to citizens' fear for him. They have elections once every 5 years, and there is no term limit for a president. There used to be a term limit, however, Xi Jinping had gotten rid of this law in 2018 to allow him to run indefinitely. Although although presidents from other parties are able to run, the Chinese Communist Party is the only party that is usually ever in power due to their popularity and their size. Xi Jinping is, again, not very liked throughout China. He is currently taking away humans' rights. He claims to be an equal communist leader. However, he is targeting minorities daily, and he is favoring capitalism throughout the world as it helps China's economy. Since COVID, he has taken very little measures to help the country and to fix the economy. And he has outwardly supported Russian President Vladimir Putin and his attacks on Ukraine. And one of the biggest changes that he had done is instead of following the rule of law, he changed it to the rule by law, so that when minorities and people are targeted, there is more leeway to it because they don't need to follow laws word for word. There's more of a backspace that they can hold. Thank you so much for watching.